Alrighty, the profitable e-commerce funnel. Let's get into it. Break down not just how you can just like drive traffic to a website and be like, all right, perfect. It's really hard to be profitable in today's day and age. If you just do that, we need more advanced systems to get actual profit back into our pocket so that then we can scale ads without having any sort of VC backing. So let's get into it. So when you talk about the state of the market here, because a lot has changed in the e-com world in the past 5 years. So people had lots of money from stimulus checks. So we're talking about like the last 5 years. That's kind of like the current era of e-com. People had lots of money from the stimulus checks back in 2020. The government just printed a ton of money. Their stimulus checks, consumers were buying anything. E-com was super easy. Meta ads were super easy. You could put up any. This was kind of at the tail end if you could put up any ad and kind of just make money from it. So e-com brands felt rich. New e-com brands start multiplying as everybody found out that you can have an e-com brand and people are making money from it. And then Shopify made it super easy for everybody. And you have drop shippers everywhere. And then we enter into a bear market with the sort of with the state of just like the economy decreasing, inflation, the consumers just have less cash, and then we apply that to like 2025 where tariffs come into play. There's all that sort of stuff, and so people just have less money as e-com brands have to raise prices, and we get less profit. Consumers are also just more skeptical and are buying less as well from a lot of these brands on the internet, and then e-com brands make less money, and so the brands that just continue as usual and they try to run just like what they had always done or the funnels that used to work, they're just going to fizzle out because they're not going to be making any take-home money. The e-com brands who are focusing on actual profit and making more off of their site traffic are going to be the ones who thrive and survive. So that is what we need to understand. But also we need to understand that the modern customer's changed. So that's kind of just like the economy as a whole. But now everything has changed because the modern customer has changed. The customer has unlimited options out there, kind of like we had talked about. Thanks to Shopify, the average customer sees over 70 different e-commerce brand ads every single day. That's scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, and this is like really lowballing. I have some studies that say people see like 250, like if you're on like a lower demographic. So the customer just has unlimited options. Whatever you sell, there are competitors selling the same thing, and there's a lot of them. And then on top of that, the consumer just likes to shop around. It's fun. It's fun to see new brands coming up. It's fun to doom scroll and see all these new brands and all these new marketing things. And it's just fun to be able to like be on like a new up and coming brand. Like I have this brand Newtonic and their this new productivity drink. This is fun. It's fun to come across these brands. I was drinking Monsters. I was loyal to Monster, and then I saw some content from this brand, and then I jumped ship because it's fun to shop around. And I've tried like 4 other different of these energy drinks because you kind of want to see what one's your favorite. And because of that, the consumer is less loyal than ever. If it weren't for the internet, I'd still be drinking Monster every single day. But now I have this. So the modern customer has changed. Exhibit A, myself. And so the core e-commerce problems that you probably feel, and these are all kind of connected to each other. You have rising cost per acquisition, so increased ad demand results in just higher CPMs because ad platforms are a budget. You're fighting for the same amount of limited space, and so with more competition, higher CPMs, and then more competition, making it just difficult to acquire customers, and so the cost per acquisition rises. And then also on top of that, you got decreased customer retention. People are buying less and less because consumers have so many options. They want to jump ship, like me with Monster Energy and trying out 4 different productivity drinks. I have Breeze in there as well in their productivity drink. So like I'm hopping. And so there's just so many options to choose from. People just jump brand to brand. And so profitability is then the next problem. Just because increased cost per acquisition plus decreased LTV plus tariffs, you got lower profitability. So at the end of the day, that's just what it all comes down to. These all feed into each other. So we need to build systems that can lower our cost per acquisition and increase our LTV if we want to survive in this market at a profit. So how do we get people to convert for cheap and then stay for cheap? That's our goal. Let's get people to convert cheaper and then stay with us cheaper. How do we do that? You guessed it, email marketing. What we need to do is we need to funnel people into cheaper platforms and cheaper forms of attention. Because attention is how people are going to keep buying. So we can't just run ads and hope people buy. Ads are just way too expensive. We can't just run ad, buy our stuff. It's just going to cost a shit ton. People don't just buy right on their website the first time they see us. That would be amazing. Maybe back in the day. But right now people don't do that. There are just so many options. Instead, we need to capture their information right when they come to our website and then send them emails which are cheap as dirt to get them to convert. So, unprofitable acquisition would be pay for a person to see your ad 10 times before they convert. So every single time they see your ad, you are paying for it. But what profitable acquisition is, if we can build this funnel We want to pay for someone to see our ad once and click that ad once, and then we capture their email, and now we can send them 10 emails for pennies to get them to convert. That is what works, and this is the sort of funnel that we want. This is like the tip of the iceberg. We get website traffic, either the lead leaves or lead purchases. That's usually what you have without an email funnel. It's just website, zoom in. So you have attention capture, you've paid ad traffic, organic traffic, most is coming from paid, you get site traffic, and then either the lead leaves or the lead purchases. And then maybe you can get them in. But what we really want to optimize for is site traffic. How do we get people to opt into our email list so that we can then have them in this cheap as hell system, which is what we need to go over. And this is why we have brands that are able to scale so fast with us. It's because they have really strong email and SMS foundations because they're cheap. It's the highest ROI channel. Email average is $36 plus in return for every $1 spent. Far outpacing ads, which has a $2 to $3 return, which I know a lot of brands who are very happy with having a 0.8 ROAS, literally taking a loss on their ads. And so, highest ROI channel. You own the audience. There's no algorithm or rising ad cost that can take your list away. Every subscriber is a direct line to revenue. You don't got to pay. You don't got to worry about Zuck just causing so many issues. I'm sure a lot of you guys know the iOS updates who have fucked up all the ad stuff. You don't got to worry about that with email. Compounds over time. So every new email collected grows your reach permanently, and it creates a snowball effect for future sales. So you continue growing your list, and then that's going to compound. And as you increase your ad traffic, things are just going to keep compounding. Your list is going to keep compounding. Drives repeat purchases. Most profit in e-com comes from returning customers. You already paid your cost per acquisition, so if you can get somebody to buy again, that's just profit on the house. So email lets you bring them back without paying for ads again. A lot of our brands on email and SMS that we work with on email and SMS are 8 and 9 figure brands. They don't even run retention ads. They only do cold traffic ads, and then they use email and SMS just for repeat purchases, just because it's so cheap. And then also end-to-end control from first visit to post-purchase upsell. Email lets you control the customer journey and maximize lifetime value and have clear workflows for what is my customer going to experience. With like ads and organic social media, you really don't know, and you can't really map out that journey. So it gives you a lot more to go off of. So that is the profitable e-com funnel, and why email and SMS is the key. To create a profitable system, no matter the size of your store, create a profitable system with a very strong email and SMS base. Once you have that profitable system, then you can scale your ads, because now you're getting more out of your ads, and you can refunnel that profit back into the top, and month over month increase your ad spend so that you can keep scaling your store. So that is it. Let's jump into the 3.5 pillars of email marketing.